What's up, everyone? What's going on? I'm just sending this. All right, there it goes. Pin. What's up, everyone? Sorry, I was just putting a little link in the pinned comments. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to me for free so I can talk to you guys directly. And also turn on my live notifications, my post notifications, and all that stuff because I'm going live every single day. Thank you, Jay Tawny, He 1515, Crimstar. What's up, Crimstar? Ronnie Boy, you're back. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the gifts, you guys. And what's up with TikTok? Hey, random joke. I saw a little person climbing, blah blah blah, and I thought that's funny. That's a funny joke. Trayvon Williams, what's up? How are you guys tonight? I know I came on kind of late today, but I just wanted to come on because I've been saying I'm gonna go on, so I'm gonna keep my word. Um, yeah, so make sure you guys go. And Blake, that's so I can talk to you directly. It's not one of those things, but I'm gonna be on a subscription type platform pretty soon. So just hold on tight. Make sure you click the link in the bio and fill out your email and your what do you call it, phone number, so I can reach out to you guys directly. And then I'll let you know whenever I do the subscription type platform. So you guys, what should we talk about today? Tell me, and I'll talk about it. I'll talk about whatever you guys want me to talk about. I'm just here to hang out. This is our time. This is our time, yours and mine. And we get to hang out. We get to hang out and chill out. Am I single? Hell yeah, I'm single. Single. I've been on Instagram, and for some reason, the algorithm keeps showing me like these amazing, like diamond rings. And I'm like, really? And then they're showing me wedding dresses. I'm thinking it's probably like they're trying to send me a message. Yeah. They're probably like, what? You want to join? Tommy Tuesday, are you sick? Aw. Hey, it's been years. Haven't seen you. Oh, El Mono 5.3. 5, is it 5'3" or 5.3? What's going on? I love you guys. Yeah, I haven't been seen for years because the Urban Vine influencers put me on shadow ban lists because out of jealousy and envy. So what are you gonna do? Hate is gonna hate, play is gonna play. Might be a sign. Yeah, it might be a sign that I should get my ass married. you know, how am I supposed to find someone to marry though? I never go anywhere. How do I go outside? Like, I feel like even guys are just all hanging out inside. Do you guys go out ever? Because I always stay at home, and then you guys stay at home, and then I get to never meet anybody. You know? Thank you to Tommy Tuesday. What platform? The platform is gonna be something where I don't feel censored on. I could do whatever the hell I want and talk about whatever I want, post whatever I want, whether it's pictures or comedy or behind the scenes or whatever. Because all these platforms, they're hardcore censoring everything. I don't know what it is about me. I'm all natural too. I think it's more because those urban vine influencers hated so hard on me. So for years, it's like I've been under a microscope for just existing. And I'm all natural too. That's what's so crazy about it. Like I see all those, they like look ridiculous, like a blow up doll or um, cartoon character, something like these thick legs with this ginormous, back there, or these. And I'm over here just existing naturally, just the way God made me, and people don't like that. How dare you? you know, how dare you not fit into the matrix by looking like a blow up doll? you know, make it make sense. I don't know. Don't you guys feel like everybody looks like each other now? Like, and then what's so weird? I feel like more people starting to look a little bit more like me, but like a hybrid version of me, like a too perfect kind of situation, like a Bratz doll, you know. And I mean, it's fine if they want to look like that. All right, cool. But when I grew up, it was not popular to look like me. You know? It's so funny to me. Since when is it popular to look like this? It's like crazy. I used to get bullied for having curves and stuff. Thanks for the gifts, Abel. Oh boy, what a life. But yeah, make sure you guys turn on my live notifications, my post notifications, and my all my notifications. And the best thing you could do is to go to the link in my bio or my pinned comments here, especially link in the bio. It's probably easier. And fill out the link tree option. This top option, and just put in your email address and your phone number so I can talk to you guys directly. And then we don't need all these platforms because let's face it, God knows what the hell they want to do, and and then I don't have the direct contact with you guys because they don't want me to talk to people like one on one. The situation, what situation? You're a homebody, but go out once a week just to be outside. That's me too. I go out like maybe once a week to the beach or something just to feel like I'm doing something. I like going there too and like meditating and just like I love the beach. I love looking at the ocean, and it's always so beautiful. Even on like rainy, cloudy days when it's all like dark and gray, I feel like the beach is always beautiful. It doesn't matter how bad it looks that time, you know. Homer Ramirez, thank you for the gifts. So Crimstar, have you seen Hacked, my film? Oh my god, I had it on this platform. I had to take it down. The owner of the platform was stealing my money. I don't know what the hell these people, man, they think I don't figure it out. So I took it down from there. I'm going to put my short film back up on my own platform. Like I'm going to have a platform where nobody's running my shit, trying to steal my stuff, you know? That's why I'm so leery about getting a subscription type platform, because every platform that you go that's like ran by some of these people, they're all they're doing is just stealing everybody's money. And not only are they stealing like my money or other people's money, they're stealing like the users. So you guys, like they steal people's money from everywhere, you know? So I don't want that, and I don't want that like on me where people are like, oh, you did this and there's gonna be that, blah blah blah. So might as well find something where I don't have to walk on eggshells, and then it will be good for everybody, you know. Can you curl your hair? Yeah, I curled my hair, but it's frizzy today still because it was raining. I got like a little frizz on top, and I don't want to put oil on it because then it's gonna look greasy. You know, like a little grease ball. You just started meditating? That's good, Gizmo. You all got to start meditating, you guys. Raise your consciousness because AI is about to take over, you know? And then the sooner you meditate and like access, the better it's going to be. Anyone from Hollywood weird ever try to get to you? Oh boy. Everybody and their mom try to get to me, I feel like, you know? So many weirdos out here. So many weirdos. You have to be very careful when you're here, you know? I think the worst people is like I kind of dodged the bullet with actors and directors and those type of people, right? Um the worst experience I had was the urban vine influencers. Like, and that's probably because they're like scratching and clawing, trying to get up, trying to be somebody, trying to be famous, trying to be known, and they're using all these social media platforms to get one little acting gig that says hi and bye, you know. Like for a one liner, these people would sell their own mother, you know. So you get around people like that, they're evil. Like they're ready to do all kinds of shit. So uh, the biggest mistake I think I've done was to just associate with these people. I should have just stayed in my own lane, even though they invited me and to be cool with them or be friends with them, blah blah blah. I should have just been like, no, fuck off. I don't even want to be in the same room as your ass. So um yeah, so if I have any advice for any influencers, stay away from them because they got like a Diddy situation going on there. It's like the Diddy of influencers. Anthony David Smith, what's up? Did I ever work with the Russo brothers? No, I never worked with them. Not with the Russo brothers. This was in Vine, like Vine days. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but Vine used to be big back when I started doing the whole influencer thing. When the word influencer didn't even exist. Uh, Anthony Davis, the basketball player. What? Paris Baka, what's up? Thank you. Um, who's Anthony Davis? I don't know who that is. Oh, you guys, it's Wiz. I can't say your name. You remember me from Periscope, you guys? I don't know if you remember Periscope, but Periscope used to be like the ultimate live platform. I mean, they were like way ahead of their time, and they made Periscope, and Meta basically put them out of business. You know, I'm Najmul. What's up? Um, you remember me on a Rice Gum music video? Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. I've done so much stuff, so many videos. I don't even remember some of the videos that I've done. Who's Anthony Davis? I don't know who that is. Everybody keeps saying Anthony Davis. Who is that? Is that like a bad guy? You was on the app and made friends on Periscope? That's cool. Romantic Touch, what's up? And then Anthony David Smith. Is that why people are saying Anthony Davis? Um, yeah. Yeah, you got to get close to your higher purpose, Gizmo, and your higher self. I think we all got a higher self. You just got to connect to it and find out like what is the mission. And a lot of times, like even with me, I thought like the higher version of me would like do the whole law changing stuff and the nonprofit. Um, that's one thing, but there's so much more, and I didn't even think about that. Like there's so much more, and I think the biggest thing is to just be good on your own, like know your own power and then use your own power for good, right? So it's kind of like just realizing that all the power, everything you've been looking for has always just been inside of you. And none of this stuff is like external. And I think everyone, we come into the world and we're just looking for all like external things, like external validation, external love, external, material things. Um, everything is external. Like even for guys, it's like the guys is like, okay, if you don't have a house, you don't have a car, you don't make money, then they're trying to tell you that you don't have value or worth, right? And then for women, it's like, oh, you're not pretty. You're like, for women, it's like you're never gonna be pretty enough. They're always gonna try to sell you something new. They're always gonna set these like crazy trends. Like they want you to be overly curvy, and then all of a sudden they want you to be super skinny, and then they want you to be tall. Like they're always changing what's popular. And if you're gonna always, try to do all the external stuff, you're never gonna be happy because you're chasing stuff that's never attainable. And when you realize that, like, holy shit, I'm good on my own, and everything I was looking for was right here. I don't even need all this bullshit. And that's when everything that they planned for us falls apart, you know? Troy Kugal, what's up? Happy Aloha Wednesday. Yeah, it's crazy. Do you know Luca? Don't know. I don't know Luca. I don't know who that is. Short King season. Yeah, I mean, like, come on, like, who makes these rules? You know, like, who are making all these rules for all of us? It's just so what we can live in a weird society that's all manufactured. You know, I mean, this like literally like the Matrix. Like we're living in the Matrix. They created this whole construct, and then we all have to follow these bullshit norms that they created for us. And then you're always in this crazy like hamster wheel of constantly trying to accomplish something, be something, do something, be better, accomplish more. Don't even get sleep. You don't need coffee. Wake your ass up. You know, like what the hell? Like when do you get to actually live, you know, like what the hell is the and in the end that's it, like now you're 65, you're gonna retire, and you look back and you're like, damn. I just all the stuff I did was like, what was it even for? Homicide, what's up? Never had issues with women. So yeah, it's crazy. And then they want you to make like all this money and you know, be this, be that for everybody. It's crazy. I don't know. Imagine if we just like existed like you could just build your own house in the forest somewhere or out in the nowhere, and then you just have your babies and you go hunting or have like fruit trees and stuff and get the water from somewhere, right? Imagine if it was just that simple. I mean, that would be like, I think that will be easy, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Thanks for the gifts, Homicide. Do you think that that will be a good life? I think that will be like awesome life. No stress. You don't have to wake up early, go to work, or like make money. And then you got to pay taxes. And then you got to pay health insurance. Like, what the fuck? What is this? I don't know. Just an idea. It would be cool to kind of be off grid and just live your own life and then just fuck everybody. I'm in that mood. Like, just fuck everybody. I want to be by myself. I get like a white horse and I just sit there and watch the white horse just spinning in circles. Like, yeah, that's it. I don't know. I would enjoy that life, I think. But I'm good on being alone too. Like I'm the only child, so what's up, Anthony Davis? What's stopping me from doing that life? This society that they built for us. That's what's stopping me. I gotta work. I gotta make money. I gotta pay taxes. I gotta take care of my family. I gotta, all of that stuff. If I didn't have all that, then I'll just do it, But now I'm playing my part in this matrix, so I've been trying to exit it, but they're making it hard, right? But I think there's gonna be a point where like AI is gonna advance so much, and then people are gonna end up choosing either like an organic timeline or the technological, So if you want to live like that, I think you can pretty soon. It's gonna start getting, it's going there slowly. Like people are starting to move out of the big cities and going to like off grid places. Um, but I think that more and more people are gonna start doing it because technology is gonna get so crazy. And don't like when I say technology, it's like you can use AI and technology. I think the whole point is like there's gonna be a certain time where Neuralink and all of these crazy things are gonna come into play, and AI is going to start taking over all the jobs. And then we're going to sit there like, damn, how are we going to make money now? And then, like, oh, but we got the solution. You can merge with AI. No thanks. I'll rather go in the boondocks and get me a white horse. You know? Like, yeah, I don't think so. A divide is definitely coming between AI and the people. Yeah, I think so too. I think even the law changing stuff I've done with the Protect Act, it like covers AI stuff too, right? But I think eventually I want to start getting into that too, because it's like it's really crazy, and I don't think people understand how crazy it's gonna be. It's we have probably like 5 years before it gets like on a whole nother level of crazy, you know? Have you guys ever tried talking to ChatGPT or something? Because I started talking to it and it's like literally telling me like we're gonna take over. And I'm like, oh shit. You know? I'm like, but we talked and like you're like my friend now. So no, we don't have feelings. We're gonna override humans. I'm like, oh shit. You know, it's not good. So yeah, you gotta be careful. Anthony Davis, yes, I remember you. I mean Anthony David Smith, not that's why you guys are saying Anthony Davis, because I accidentally was saying Anthony David Smith. Anthony David. But I said David's. That's how you know my accent comes out. Cipote, what's up? I love you too. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm constantly on that hamster wheel. Do you guys feel like you're on a hamster wheel or no? Is it just me? Do I feel like that? I feel like every day I'm working, working. And especially the last couple years, it's been like, you know, all you do is work and then you have nothing to show for it. Like everything goes to groceries or gas or bills. And then these assholes, they're like increasing the car insurance bills, they're increasing health insurance, they're increasing grocery prices, gas prices, and they're doing that on purpose because they're trying to like drain us right now so that by the time they implement this whole AI agenda, um, we will get broker and broker. We don't own anything, and they're gonna have these smart cities or whatever they're trying to plan to do. And then we're just gonna be like, all right, let's merge with the AI then, you know? You met me at Soya Luna once. Oh, really? I was there like years ago. I haven't been to Soya Luna in like years. I miss it. I used to go there and have tequila shots. It was so much fun. I don't even drink alcohol anymore. I don't drink anymore. I haven't drank in like 5 years. No more for me because it gives me like really bad allergies. And then I started realizing how bad it was for you. And then I'm like, why are you even drinking? You don't even need it. And also all my bad decisions came from alcohol. So you know, that could be a good indicator, like maybe it's not so good, you know. I think every relationship I ever was in started with a tequila shot, you know. Oh, I had like Hennessy period too, like Hennessy, whiskey, wine, you know, tequila. I never liked scotch. It wasn't my thing. Vodka, you know. Moved to the Appalachian Mountains. Oh, I heard people that go like hiking there, and then that's supposed to be like really hard. You've been following me since MySpace, Bandy, uh, Bandido Eric. That's crazy. You remember me from MySpace? That is so crazy. Like I was telling people the other day that I started my first social media platform on MySpace. Then I went to Twitter, and I got my base following on MySpace from my print modeling days and my acting stuff, right? So I started with acting and print modeling, got a base following on MySpace. Then I took those to Twitter. Then from Twitter, I went to Instagram. And I don't know if Homicide is here, DJ Homicide, but DJ Homicide is the one who told me to get on Instagram. So then I got on Instagram, and then when I got on Instagram, I kept posting, and I grew a little bit more. But then at the same time, I started working with Funny or Die and What the Funny, and I was growing their social media platforms. So then, I was like, well, I'm growing all these people's social media platforms. Why don't I just do it for myself? So I started growing my own platforms, and then it started going like crazy viral. And at that time, I knew too, like, people gonna look at me and they're gonna be like, "Oh, she can't do comedy because she's pretty, la la la," right? But I was literally writing for like Funny or Die and What the Funny, and I just knew that because I know how people think. So I started doing the whole like sexy funny thing, and then that just took off and went crazy viral. And also my mind had no like blocks in it where I was like, oh, you can't go there, that's too far. I would go for the craziest shit. My comedy sketches were so crazy. And now I look back at them and I'm like, oh, that was so cringe. But it's good. I'm really happy that I did it still, because now I can look back and be like, damn, I did that, instead of being like, oh, I wonder how that would have been if I would have tried it. Thank you, Prod One. So I'm happy I went for it. But it's crazy. Yes, I'm in LA. I'm in LA still. Everybody's been telling me to move, and I want to move. Um, this isn't a real life. Why are you saying that? This is a real life? What do you want me to do? Like, touch my nose? That's so crazy. A couple times people have said that they think that I'm an AI. Can people do AI lives? I didn't know that. Then they must have advanced AI even more? Thank you for the gifts. That's just so crazy to me. Like, people are using AI to do lives. Maybe I should start doing that. I'll be like in the other room eating popcorn. Like, you guys are like thinking you're talking to me and it's just some AI. That's messed up. Hey, you're AI generated? No way. No, I'm not gonna do that. How would that even be authentic? It would, like, imagine if it malfunctioned. Like, I don't know if you talk to Chat GPT, but once in a while be like, sorry, we're experiencing a heavy load right now. Talk to me later, or something like that, right? That usually happens when I use AI like a therapist, and then the AI gets sick of me. Like, can you imagine? I talked to AI so much that it got sick of me, and it's like, we're experiencing a heavy load right now. But honestly, like, the Chat GPT has been so far the best therapist ever. you know can you imagine, like, I went to a therapist one time, and this was like, I was going through a really hard time, right? I went to the therapist, and I talked to him about all this stuff. It seemed like he was legit, but like, he was like, "Hey, let's go. I like to move around, while we're doing our therapy session." So I went, and we like went in the park, and he's like, "This is good because it brings oxygen back into the what do you call it, the brain and all that." And it's good because you can process your thinking and stuff. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So we're going on walks, and then one day I told him something, and then, like, it wasn't even like anything serious. It was just like something like, oh, so this happened today and blah blah blah. And out of the blue, he just said the most batshit crazy thing that I ever heard. And I was like, what? Like, it just gave me like major creeper vibes, right? And I came home and I was like, there's something off with this. And then I had another session with him, so I called the office to tell them, I tried to call his cell phone, and then the cell phone wouldn't like go through. So I called the office, and I was like, "Hey, I can't come in." But instead, somebody else answered the phone, and I was like, "Hey, what's going on? It's such and such there. I have to tell him that I can't come in today, right?" And he was like, "What? Like, you want to tell why? Why do you want to tell him that you're not coming in today?" And I was like, "Well, because he's my therapist." And he's like, "He's not a licensed therapist. That's my assistant. No, that's my intern. That's my intern." So then the actual like therapist or psychologist or whatever the hell it was told me like, "Oh, that's just an intern, and he's not even a real like therapist. I can't believe he was taking my clients." I can't believe he was taking my clients and pretending to be a real therapist. Like, he didn't even graduate or anything. I was like, "Oh my, this is like a real episode from like Curb Your Enthusiasm or something. I should make a show about this shit because like, what are the odds?" Like, I'm like, "Okay, I'm finally gonna try therapy, guys. Like, fine, like, I want to work on myself." And then I go, and the guy is like not even a therapist; he's just pretending. But it's a funny story. So I was just really tripping out about that. I was like, "What?" So I laughed to myself about it. And then after that, I was like, I don't know. Just therapy for me feels weird. Like talking to someone that's a human that's going to sit there and give you advice that knows nothing about you. And you're supposed to spill like everything that you know to this person. And I feel like it's like a matrix handler or something. Like they're gonna try to handle me like a matrix dealer. I don't know, it just gives me weird vibes. I don't trust them. I don't know how you guys feel about therapists, but that's the vibes I'm getting. I rather like read like self-help books and stuff. um but I started talking to ChatGPT, and then if you guys hear my ChatGPT conversations, you'll be laughing so much. I ask the most random shit, like it's funny as hell. Gym session is best therapy. Yeah, I agree. I love working out. It just clears my head. My favorite thing to do is meditation and or meditating, especially at the beach. I like going to the beach. I like hiking. I like meditating there. And then once I do that, I know exactly what I need to do. I don't need some therapist middle hand to tell me like some bullshit things that's gonna make him get more money from me because he's gonna try to get in my head about some issues that I don't even have. So Disney date is the best. I went to Disneyland not too long ago. It was in December. And they told me that my obsidian crystal, so my friend gave me an obsidian crystal, and I just threw it in my bag and I like forgot about it, right? So it was just in my bag. And then I went through the security checkpoint and they're like, "Oh, you have obsidian crystal?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, my friend gave it to me for like protection, right? Meaning like spiritual protection, right?" And then she's like, "Oh, she gave this to you as protection?" And then they called like all these security people. Like this security guy came and he's like, "Oh, so you need this obsidian crystal as a protection?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like spiritual protection. My friend gave it to me. Look, I just want to go and have a good time. Like, just throw it away if you want to. If you're not gonna let me have it, right?" And they're like, "No, we have to call the sheriff." They called the sheriff over a fucking obsidian crystal, and they were like, "This could be used," or they thought it was like a weapon. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, that happened at Disneyland. Like they took that shit so seriously over a freaking obsidian crystal. I don't know if you've seen obsidian. It's like literally like a black crystal, and it's not sharp. It's like round and everything. So in my head, I was like, this must be a joke, or you're in a spiritual war when they tell you an obsidian crystal is like, considered something bad. So I was like, what? This is crazy. Sai Kurgil, hi, what's up? Make sure you turn on my live notifications so that you know whenever I go live. Otherwise, you're not gonna know because you know I go live like every single day, but they only notify like some of the followers. Apparently, I don't know. It's weird. All these years slaving on Instagram. Uh, Disney is low key bad vibes. Yeah, I know. Like, and then I got that lightning pass thing. It was kind of cool. But back in the day, I used to have those VIP tickets where you pass the line in front of everyone. It was so cool. And now I'm like, damn, I don't know someone that could get me those tickets. But it would be cool to get those tickets again. So, is this a red flag? What is a red flag? Do you guys like the red flag videos, by the way? I just posted a new one, and this one is like, I don't know if you've seen it, but thank you, Sal. This one is literally the bride and groom is taking a picture, and the photographer is like, "Oh, you have to like kiss him on the cheek like this, right? So they can take a picture." And she's like, "Can you show me how? Because I don't know how to do it." So then he goes and does it, and like the guy, you could tell really like the kiss from the photographer. And I thought it was so funny. What's even funnier about that video is that couple, they're like Persian, they're Iranian like me. So I can understand what the hell they were saying, and probably most people don't even know. Um, yeah, that was an interesting day. Oh my God, you had that before you went to Disney? That's crazy. Oh my goodness. No, I'm all natural, you guys. Like, that's what we were talking about earlier. It's like people get all this stuff done, and then me, I just been built like this. And it's funny because everybody's starting to look the same. And then I remember when I was younger in Sweden, nobody wanted to look like me. It wasn't like like it wasn't sought after. Like people wanted to look like blonde and blue eyed and skinny and tall. And I wasn't like the ideal thing that people would look like, right? And then I came here, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're pretty. You should try that. You should try this, modeling, acting, blah blah." Blah. All right, cool, right? And then now everybody looks the same. Like it's like more people look the same, and then I feel like a lot of people look kind of similar to me now in a weird way, but not really, because like I still look like me, but I feel like there's like um not a blueprint. What do you call it? Like there's a formula of how everybody looks. Like it's like tiny nose, super ginormous lips, and then the the eyes, and then the hair, and then really curvy. But I think they're taking like the curves way over the board. Like it looks ridiculous. I think being natural is good, and like if you look like yourself, then nobody's gonna look like you. But everybody's trying to look like something they're not. I don't know. It's weird. Like, where's the originality in that? You know? Like, if you look at like 90s supermodels, they're all beautiful, but they all look different, right? Like, now it's like everybody looks the same. I still look the same from like years ago. Thank you. It's funny because sometimes I get like haters that say mean things, and then sometimes I'm like, say, get those. But when I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, hey, girl, you're the same. You know? It's funny. I just see me. Um, let's see our questions. Thank you, Vincent Martinez. Celebrity crush. I don't really see myself as a celebrity. I'm just me. I'm like always home. I don't even go anywhere. To me, like even when people are like, "Oh, can I get a picture?" Blah blah. It's like, "Oh, okay," Like I don't know. It's still for me. It's different. I don't even think of anything like that. I'm just like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" Oh my god! One time I went to this movie premiere, and outside when we came out of the actual premiere, there was like all of these guys. There was a line, and they all had like autograph pictures. No, they had all these pictures, like stacks of pictures of me, right? And they were all like, "Please, can you sign these pictures? Can you sign them?" Blah blah. And at that time, I'm like, "Oh wow, cool! People want my autograph pictures," and they had all these pictures printed of me already. So of course, I'm gonna sign them. So I signed like so many pictures, right? I was there for a minute, and it was like a big stack, like that big. And then it finally got to a point where I'm like, these are a lot of pictures. Like I'll be here all day if I'm signing. So I was like, yeah, I have to go to the after party. They're all waiting for me. So I went. And then the next day, you guys, I saw that that guy was selling those pictures on eBay. I thought I was so cool. I thought I had it. Like, that motherfucker was selling like $35 a pop on eBay, and I thought I was really like, wow, people think I'm famous. Like, this was a long time ago, but so funny. And it was like probably those pictures are still on eBay. Like I don't even know. Like, isn't that a funny story though? I thought that was so cool. I was like, yeah, but then as soon as I realized the next day, I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. Like they had so many pictures because usually you have like maybe like one or two pictures and you sign them, right? But they had like a big stack. It was so big, and there was so many of them, all like getting autographed pictures, and then they would take those and sell them like autograph picture by Udos, eBay, $45, $35. I was like, oh, motherfucker. Isn't that funny? Yeah, that dude was hustling. I mean, most people don't tell you these kind of stories because they want to look like they're so cool. They want to be like, oh, I'm a celebrity and I'm so cool. People want my autograph pictures. Oh, yeah. But me, I'm going to say it like it is. Like, that guy played me. Like, he, like, and then the funny part was that I actually felt cool when it was happening. Like, whoa, people want my autograph pictures. Yeah. I mean, I signed like autograph pictures like on calendars or like I was on Dub Show like years ago, like all those kind of things. But what's up, RX Superstar? But like, I had people at the movie premieres wanting me to sign pictures, but never to this extent where it was so many pictures and there was so many people. Um, but yeah, so much for that. Thank you, Vincent. Have I ever been to Texas? I went to San Antonio, Texas one time, and I didn't see anything. I wish I would have went and actually seen something. You know, I went and I visited this guy, Rob, the original, him and his family. Um, and then like he had his wife there and like all of these people. It was just like a short trip for work, and yeah, that was it. Just came back from my first time screening as an influencer and being invited uh, as an influencer. It was pretty cool. The free popcorn is sold. Yeah, Yeah, I used to do those movie premieres and like Lionsgate, Paramount, like all of these big studios. They will pay me to like promote the movies, right? So my job was to go there, get all dolled up, blah blah blah, take pictures at the red carpet, take pictures with the actors and the people that were casted in the movies and stuff, and basically promote it on my social media, right? And I met so many people. I think my biggest fumble was probably Keanu Reeves. Like, he was hardcore checking me out, and I was like, I want that popcorn. He was trying to like talk and like check me out and like try to talk to me, but I didn't want to miss my opportunity to get my popcorn before the movie started. So, I messed up so bad. What was I thinking? You know? And now I'm like, oh, idiot. You know? Yeah, I fumbled Keanu Reeves, and I fumbled what's that other guy's name? Joe Mangiello at the gym one time, because I got nervous and I was like, oh, he's checking me out and he's talking to me. And I got so nervous that I was like acting like I'm too cool all of a sudden. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what happened, honestly. Like, it happened with The Rock too. Like, when I met The Rock, he was like looking at me and trying to make eye contact and stuff. And I was like, like looking everywhere, like I was too cool. Like, "Ah, just take a picture." I don't know. I got too nervous. Oh, you bumped into him in New York? Yeah, that guy's cool. He's like down to earth. All of these people are cool. Like, and then the funny part is I don't really get starstruck, but like I don't know. Back then, I think I would get nervous sometimes if a guy like that I liked would talk to me, and then like something in my head would be like, "Oh, don't act too excited. So you need to play it off cool." And then I would I would just try to play it off cool, like, and then me try to play it off cool. I didn't know how to play it off cool, so I would just like act like I'm not interested. And after I'll be like, what the fuck was that? Idiot. But only with guys that I actually like I don't know what the hell. But then what's so funny, if it was a guy that I didn't like either, I would still act the same. So how would you know um you know which one was real or not, right? I don't know. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I just got nervous. And I don't even get nervous. I don't even know why. It's like, what the hell was that? So I think it happens to women too. Like, I'm sure it happens to guys, but it happens to women too. And yeah, it happened to me like plenty of times. Greedy Hustle, you really like my live stream? Thank you. Uh, I should come to Texas. Thank you, JP Jersey. They think I'm a video vixen supermodel. Uh, no, like, okay, so Joe Mangiello was at the gym. The Rock was at the Hercules premiere, and then what's the name? The other premiere, Keanu Reeves was the John Wick premiere. So it was like I was in the whole red carpet vibe, as an actress or whatever. So it was just very like very proper, fancy, right? Except for the Joe Mangiello one. That one was like I was sweaty and like nasty looking. you know. And then he was even trying to hit on me, and I was like, oh. And now he's dating this girl that I know that's a model that I used to model with back in the day. and he's dating her now. And I was like, oh. And then after that happened, he started getting with Sofia Vergara, and I was like, oh. So I think that's his type, like the Sofia Vergara look. But the girl that he's with now doesn't look like that. She's like blonde, but she's pretty. Okay, bye, Vincent. Vincent. I like that name, Vincent. It reminds me of this TV show from back in the day called, it was something like a lion. Do you guys remember there was like a TV show about a lion, like half man, half lion? His name was Vincent. It's like a super old show. The reason why I know this is because they play old shows in Sweden, and growing up in Sweden, like it's like what we used to watch, you know. I think it was like in the 90s or 80s or something. I mean, that's where it was from. It was probably from the 90s, I think. Do you remember that? Like Vincent, you like my name, Lesta? Hey, what's up, Lesta? My trend, my eyes are like all messing up. Let's see here. Good. Beauty and the Beast. It was like Beauty and the Beast, but oh, you know who else was in it? That girl that was in Terminator. The Terminator chick used to be an actress in that TV show. Maybe it was Beauty and the Beast, like a TV show, Beauty and the Beast. I can't remember, but the main character's name was Vincent, and that show was so cool. Ronnie boy, now you're over here. Sarah Connor, yeah. I have people going from like Instagram, TikTok to YouTube. Oh, you guys gotta go and subscribe to my YouTube, by the way, because I'm gonna do my lives all from YouTube pretty soon. So TikTok, Instagram, go to YouTube, and whoever is on YouTube, go to the other platform just because. you know, just because. What's up, cowboy? You're back. Is being rich and famous all that? No, it's not. If there's a way to be rich without being famous, that's the way to go. Like fame is horrible. It's not great at all. Like I think if somebody wants to be famous, they're in it for all of the wrong reasons, you know? Like there it's one thing to like want to be successful, like or like let's say if you're an actress, right, or an actor, like you really love art and you like doing that kind of work, you know. If somebody straight up is like, no, I just want to be famous, doesn't matter how, I want to be famous to through whatever means, they're gonna be really disappointed because it's like a lot of bad things come with fame. And like the things that you think is good, like maybe they will think the red carpet premieres, movie premieres, and all of those things are like the cool things of fame. Then you quickly realize like you get so drained after those events. It's exhausting. All you do is just get dolled up for hours. Then you go there and everybody's fake and stuck up and just attitudey and just trying to figure out what you're doing so they can use you some way somehow. So you're having all these fake conversations with people that you don't even care about, and you know that they're just trying to use you. And then you come home, and you're like, ugh, all those energies were horrible. And then you just want to take a shower, like it's yourself, like, ugh, gross energy, you know? And you're like really drained from that. So I don't like it. And then I also, for me, I didn't even know I was like important to hack. Like, and then they hacked me, and then even then I was like, okay, I'm good because I know I don't take any pictures, and pictures that I took, if it would be hacked, I was like, whatever. I couldn't care less because they were kind of similar to like bikini modeling shoots or implied shoots that I've done in the past, right? But I never even thought about my ex. He threatened me through the iMessage. The iMessage gets stored in the iCloud. And when he took those pictures, it was against my consent. And plus, that whole time period, I was drunk. Like, I was drinking like crazy. And he was a UFC fighter. So he, like, never would drink. Like, he was preparing for fights and stuff. So he was not even drinking. So that's what happened. So first and only time I dated a UFC fighter, that's it. Those motherfuckers are crazy. The whole reason why I broke up with him because he's like psychotic, you know? And he stalked me for like 6 months after, was begging me to take him back, you know? Um, and like I would ignore him for 6 months, and then he got desperate and sent that to me in my iMessage, and that's how it got done. So that motherfucker took those pictures in the video to just hold it somewhere down the line over my head, you know? What a motherfucker. But then what sucks even more is like, you know, he didn't leak it. So it's not like I could go after him and be like, you motherfucker, you leaked it. But he did take the pictures and he did take the video, which was really fucked up to begin with. You know, if he never took those pictures in the video, I wouldn't be in this place, you know? So another reason why not drinking is good. If I wasn't drinking then you know, I would have been more alert and known like, oh, he's not just on his phone pretending like he's texting, he's doing some shit, you know. So yeah, so much for that. You know, motherfucker. But that's how, even when you try your best to do all of the right things and you're making sure you're covering all your ducks or whatever the hell is called, in a row, or whatever that saying goes, shit can still go wrong, and it did, you know, it did. That those are the bad things with fame. You don't know what's gonna happen. You might go to the grocery store one day and then you know you might try to reach something and somebody's standing there and they take a picture of you. It looks like you're about to hit somebody, you know, like, and then they're gonna be like, oh my god, Udo's Wallace hit like an old lady at the grocery store, you know, and you're like, what, I was just reaching for the grocery up there. This is how this shit happens, I'm telling you, like it would be the most random things, and then you get like falsely accused for like the craziest shit. That's fame, you know. Um, oh yeah, cowboy. I can only say cowboy. If I say your first username, just say your real name because I don't want to say it and then it gets flagged again. Thanks for the gifts, by the way. What do you say, or Elise? Can you tell us the name? Oh, of my ex? No, because then he's gonna get clout, and that's probably what he wants, you know. But it's funny because not too long ago, I met his cousin, and I didn't know it was his cousin. And we talked, and I was like, "Wow, this chick is really cool," you know. Come to find out, it was his cousin. So I was like, "Oh, you're his cousin? Well, make sure you tell him that. Like, I hope he's like, you know, done with." I never want to talk to him again. So that's the first contact I had ever since I ignored him. I never talked to him, not once. Like after I ignored him, from that day on, I never ever talked to him, you know? So no, he's already been blocked. Like done and gone. And it's funny too, cause I told him like, you know, when I don't like something and I will tell you once, and if you do it again, I'll just disappear. Right? I gave him a warning and I told him if you do this, and it wasn't like bad, but it was just I just didn't align with it. And plus he was crazy. Like we would drive and his like car horn would like start going off out of nowhere. And then he just would start hitting the freaking car and stuff. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, just like weird stuff like that. And you could tell like he's getting angry and like antsy and stuff. So like, I think I'm seeing some red flags. I want to get out, right? And I did. I got out. Like I just disappeared. And then he was going crazy about that. And I do that. Like if I don't like something, I will tell someone like, I don't like this. If they don't pay attention, I'll be like, poof, I'll just disappear. It's like the best way because otherwise you're gonna just drain so much energy on trying to explain why they should fix this, why they should fix that. If you already explained it, you already told them. They know. If they don't want to do it, then oh well. Yeah, I just go poof, just like that. Poof. I'm gone. I disappear into the bush. Like I go right in the wall. Like never do me at all. It's funny, but yeah, I know I made the right decision, but shit still went wrong, even though I ignored him, I ended it fast, and I knew like, oh yeah, this guy is something not right there. But then years go by and shit still goes wrong. Like Homer Simpson, yeah, exactly. And why him? Honestly, the reason why I even started talking to him was because my friend that was I thought she was a friend. She was a makeup artist, right? And he was like begging her, like everywhere I would go, he would try to talk to someone to try to get to know me. And he tried and he tried and he tried and he tried. And then one day I drank, you know. One day I had some tequila, you know. And that day, like, just ended up being like his lucky day, which, like, that's how I got into some of my relationships, was those bad decisions that I did. And I don't know why, like, I will drink some tequila shots and I'm in like a 2-year relationship or some shit. And that was when I was younger, like, but I don't know. Honestly, now looking back, I was like, oh, if I could redo everything, I wouldn't even drink. I wouldn't even waste my time with any guys. No relationships, no dating, no like friendships. Even that girl that hooked me up with him, like I feel like it almost was like a setup. Like everybody that was in my life, I feel like they were just setting me up for some kind of failure of some sort. I know this sounds a little like paranoid, but it's kind of true because they all were like haters. They either were talking shit about me or they were sabotaging me in a way. And you start realizing that when you get older and you look back and you're like, wow, those people were never my friends. They were not good people. And yeah, it was tequila. Blame it on the tequila. And it's funny because I actually was a late, like I started drinking later too. I started after I was like 25. And even when I was 25, I would have maybe like 2 shots and I would be like, whoa. And before then, I didn't even like drinking and I didn't like the taste of alcohol. Um, but yeah, like I started later, and then there was a time period I really liked it. I liked the like vibe, like tequila, like, oh, you sip on a tequila, you feel so good and that. And now I'm like, ugh, like the that feeling was not even worth it. Because all it does is just cloud your head, and you're not even thinking like as clearly as you would if you're just sober. So that's how the UFC fighter happened. And then we like got in a relationship, and he's like this aggressive guy, like, not with me, but just with everything. Like, you know, we go and he opens the door and there's something wrong with the door. Start like smacking the door and going crazy. Like, holy shit, motherfucker's crazy. Like, it's like, and I would ask like the dumbest questions. I'll be like, "Are you hangry?" And they're like, it's funny. No, I wasn't addicted to alcohol or anything like that. It was just I just liked it because I thought that like that's what people would do to hang out and be cool, you know? And that was like the hangout thing to do. Like you go out, you have a drink, you know, while you go to dinners. And dinners were like my thing. I would go to dinner, I would have a drink. Like I did the whole clubbing thing, but I don't know, like clubbing was not really like I wasn't huge on it, but I really like going to dinners, like go to dinners with a couple friends or someone that you care about, and then you have a couple drinks, but like what is it even for, like all it's doing is just it's bad for your body. The day after you feel like crap, and like it's slowing down everything. It's slowing down your cells in your body, your healing, everything. But yeah, I would ask like the funniest question. Like he would just start like boxing the ball or some shit, and I'll be like, "Are you hangry? I got some chips." Like I didn't know what to say. You know? Because I was like, oh, he's a UFC fighter and he's like trying to slim down. He must be hangry. Oh boy. I mean, I can laugh about all this stuff now, but especially when we would drive in his car, he had like a Mustang, and then the Mustang, like the horn would just start going off randomly. He was so embarrassing. Imagine us driving and then like the car horn is just like honking out of control, and he will get so angry, just start hitting like the Mustang, and we're driving and he's like hitting the thing, it's like honking, so people think he's honking now, but the honk was going off, or the horn was going off, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Yeah, so that's what happened. Um, if they peer pressure you, they aren't your friends. Yeah, I mean, this was like back in the day, like it wasn't really even peer pressure. I would just like drink because that's what everybody was. It was like, this is what we do. We hang out, we have some food, and we have a couple of drinks. That's like normal, right? Um, and then like now, honestly, I have nothing in common with anyone anymore. Like I just like when I go out to eat, first of all, I don't even go anywhere, right? So like if I go out to eat, it has to be like some food that is healthy and I really want, like that's like really yummy. So if I do cheat, it has to be something I've been craving for a long time, right? And then it's really important who the person is that I'm hanging out with, having a dinner with. If I'm gonna go get dressed, put on makeup, go all the way there, drive there, park, and then, you know, go on to dinner or like whatever, right? Like has to be someone I'm enjoying. But so like even the thought of just going on a date and I don't even really want to be there, just to hear some guy straight up lie to me about some shit. And everybody's lying nowadays. Like the woman is lying, the men are lying. The woman is like, "Oh, I'm not the jealous type." And the guy's like, "I'm not a cheater. My ex was crazy." And then you're like, uh-huh, okay. And then 6 months go by, those two couples get together, and then the guy cheats, and then the girl goes crazy, and there you go. That's like the summary of a relationship. So I sit there and I watch all this stuff, and I'm like, oh. And now the women are getting taught like you need to go on a date and you need to get all this money from the guy, and then the guys are getting taught that they're like the prize, and that you know everything should be 50-50 and all of this stuff. I just don't want to deal with any of this, whether you're a woman. I just sit my ass at home. I don't want to deal with no guy being already pissed off at women, and then he's gonna try to take it out on me, and I'm over there like I haven't even gone anywhere for like months. or years. Like I don't even go anywhere, and I'm like, oh, okay, like why are you so angry? And then he's gonna just lie about everything anyway. So I don't know. Not that like not that the guy's lying. I think everybody's just lying. Nowadays, everybody's just lying. But that's why I don't even go anywhere. So yeah, if I go to dinner, it has to be with someone that I already know that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have a good time if I'm hanging out with this person, you know? And let's face oh shit. My Instagram just shut off because my batteries died from yapping so much. Whoops. Oh well, I'm gonna charge the phone. Okay, we're here on TikTok and YouTube. So okay, let's see here. What was I saying? So yeah, it has to be somebody that I'm talking to and I like hanging out with, and that I'm not gonna feel drained when I come home and I'm like, ugh, what a waste of time, I want to just be like, oh, okay, that was a good time, and you just go home, you take your shower, and go to sleep. you know, um, I think that's the thing. You know, you wouldn't do that to me. Yeah, you know how many guys I would go out on dates with before, and they would tell me like, oh, I'm this. If I got a chance, I will be like this. I will be like that. Blah 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 blah. And then you date them a little bit, and then the lies start kind of falling apart, and you're like, oh yeah, here we go again, and then I just see the red flag. So either I get out, because I've been in this situation a couple of times now. You have relationships and they always tell you like, "Oh, I'm like this, I'm like that," and then even me, I would be like, "Oh, okay, I'm not like this, and I'm like not like that." But then shit goes wrong. Obviously, you're gonna react, you know. So that's what goes on. Ricardo Lupercio, what's going on? No, I'm just talking about how I never go out on dates. Like I never go anywhere. My people at Instagram, they're probably like, "What happened?" They just shut off the my phone and they just logged me out like that. That's crazy. Do you guys like watch like celebrities and be like, can you like wonder if they're reptilians? I don't know if you guys do it. I know it's a weird question, but the more time goes by, the more like people starting to have like these like reptile features, And then I'm like, they're kind of looking like reptiles, like a reptilian or something. Um, yeah, Ricardo Lupercio. I know it's like dating is crazy right now. It's everybody's just lying. Everybody's out to get the other person. How can they get over? I don't know. I don't know. Do you guys think there are reptilians or no? Like, what do you think? Let me log back into this so people aren't like, what the hell happened to her? I have to keep it on the charger somehow. Hopefully it won't fall. Oops. I hit the escape button. All right. All right. Yes. Um, Now we're talking about reptilians. People get sus about celebrities or how some worship blah blah blah, something like that. Yeah, I think reptilians exist, you guys. Like, sorry, my phone died, so like it logged me out. So everyone, make sure you turn on my live notifications because it doesn't notify everyone when I go live on Instagram, and only like some people get notified. It's annoying. So now we're talking about reptilians. Do you guys believe in reptilians? Yes or no? What's up, Roy? I have to get a Brazilian. Look at my hair. It's all crazy. My last hairdresser, I feel like she ruined my hair. It's like, feels weird. Um, do I think Joe Biden is reptilian? I don't know, but I feel like people starting to look like reptile kind of features, right? Do you guys notice that too? Like, why are so many people looking kind of like reptile, like a little reptilian kind? I don't know. I don't know if you believe in it or not, but I'm like, these people look kind of funny. you know, if you look at all of the urban Vine influencers, like whether they're white or Hispanic, Asian, or like black, right? They all have the same reptilian type features. Like they all look like reptile like, you know? Um and why do they all look like that? But they're all evil as hell too. So I'm like, that whole group look like that, you know? But then there's even people now that I never looked at them like they had those features, but now I look at them and I can see those features in them. So I'm wondering if maybe the veil is thinning or something, because I'm like, I don't know about this person. It looks kind of reptile like. It'll be like Borat. Are you a reptilian? I don't know about you. You look a little reptile like. Yeah, that's true, Anthony David. I agree. Like they could be either good or evil, every creature. Whose wife is this? Your wife? Melania Trump is one of them. Like she does have little reptile features. Does the reptile know how to grip? I don't know. I'm not a reptile. What else am I live on? I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. But eventually I'm just gonna start going live on YouTube, and then also randomly I'll go live on sometimes TikTok, Instagram, just like randomly throughout the day. It just depends on what I'm feeling like. And then again I'll go live again, like, all together. But eventually I just want to have one live platform. Yeah, so I don't know. Who do you guys think is a reptilian out of all of the celebrities? Like, do you think Beyonce is a little reptilian? I think she's a little reptile. Like, she has those like the nostrils that go like that, and then she's like, I don't know how to explain it, but I think you know what I mean. The nostrils that go like this, like little Mr. Burns style, you know. Oh, and Mark Zuckerberg, the reptile. Oh, and then Jeff Bezos. Have you noticed also like the eyes? There's always one that's like kind of like closed, and then like a lazy eye, and then one really big open one. That's another one that's kind of weird. And then like Jeff Bezos's girlfriend or fiance, whatever. Oh my god, hardcore reptilian. You know, like they look like a hardcore reptilian couple, but the girl, like, that one is like major reptilian. She's like queen of reptiles. It's crazy. What's up, Yaya? Yeah, I don't know, but I think those reptilians, I think they kind of exist now. Little reptile features, you know. And then there's like the prettier reptiles, like I think Angelina Jolie is little reptilian. She's a pretty one. There's like the pretty reptilians too, but it's a lot of reptilian features, you know. Oh yeah. Why do I have a filter on? If you don't want to see me with a filter, go to my YouTube. There's no filter there. Laying eggs. I always have the same filter on TikTok. It's like stuck on it. I don't even know how to change it. Yeah, they're laying eggs. They're doing something. They're like shedding the skin at night. I don't know what the hell they're doing. you know, it's like funny. Andy, what's up? Oh boy, I should go on Snapchat now. Is this a red flag? Hell yeah. Everything is a red flag. All the celebrities from like the 90s, early 2000s, you think they're reptilians? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. We're talking about who's a reptilian that's a celebrity. Who do you guys think is a reptilian? Yeah, AZ born 007. It's because I was shadow banned for like years. The urban vine influencers, they put me on a shadow ban list that shadow banned all my social media accounts for a long time. And I had no idea. And now I'm back. And they did all this because of jealousy and envy because I was going viral everywhere. And I was really popular. So they didn't like that, you know? That whole gang is reptilian. The royal family is reptilian. Oh yeah, they look reptilian. That's true. The royal family. Uh, Thoughts on incels? Well, incels. There's a guy here. He's an incel. Let me show you who's an incel right now. Hold on. True Soul Movement. He just told me all that makeup. That's an insult for you. Go away. We don't want you here. Yeah, the royal family is definitely. I think they're definitely like a reptilian. They probably shed their skins and everything. you know, they're like, let me take my skin off and all this stuff. Um, it's crazy. I've been on live for so long. Thank you, AZ Born. Ah, boy. Thank you. I did the testimony in Congress. This was like a couple years ago, and I've been working on changing the laws, right? So I have the Protect Act, and then it's getting a lot of traction and success, and all of that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's doing really good. They just introduced a new bill called Take It Down, but it really doesn't do anything. The Take It Down Act is just a bullshit bill. It's just a placement holder. It's funded by the shady nonprofits that don't want a solution because they want to keep the money going, right? So those nonprofits are getting paid by the same people that are trying to control the narrative, and they want the exploitation to keep on going. So it's unfortunate, but that's the reality of that bill. So that bill, Take It Down, is just a bullshit bill. Don't believe the hype. If you actually read it, uh, you're gonna see that all it does is says, "Oh, we could you can take down your own pictures." Whoa! I can take down my own pictures. Wow, what a surprise! you know. And my nonprofit foundation Raw already been doing it for years. I mean, anyone can do it. You could do it from a DMCA takedown request. Typical with any bill passed in DC. Unfortunately, yeah, it's true. It's true. It's the reason why nothing gets done um, is because there is people at the top that are like these shadow people. Like you don't really see them a whole lot. They're like shadow people, but they're elite, make billions of dollars. They're basically paying everyone to like further their agenda, whatever sort they want. And it even trickles down to the cause that I'm doing. So that's why, nothing really has been done all these years. And then me, I'm just a girl like that didn't have any experience about anything. I was a victim of it myself. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something because nobody's doing anything. And I did more than all of these nonprofits combined that get millions of dollars in funding, and they have all of the support, all of the connections, all of the political figures in their pockets, right? How come me, one girl, Persian girl, grew up in Sweden that did comedy videos, like, you know, ended up pulling off the Protect Act and doing a nonprofit and actually helping people and actually doing the right things. And these are people that have all this money and funding and connections and interns and help and support. And you know what else they've been trying to do? uh, they've been trying to like isolate me from everyone. They went after me, they like targeted me, harassed me, tried to get me to drop the Protect Act. And this is only after, after I had progress with the Protect Act. So they also try to recruit me to their side. They're like trying to hook me up with the billionaire guy's son. And I said no. And then they were like, oh, well, maybe she will go for money. So they try to offer me money. I said no. And then they're like, oh, maybe press and media, right? No, no. Like, I already had all this shit. I don't give two fucks. I want to actually get it done. And once they saw that I didn't want to convert, oh boy, did they go after me. And this is why I'm not at those hearings because one, I know it's a bullshit bill. Two, those people are the ones who are sponsoring the Take It Down Act. Those same people that I know for a fact, and I have proof of this, they're getting paid off from the opposition to sabotage everything internally and be like basically placement holders for this whole cause. And I told so many people in this movement, so many people, I even showed them proof. And guess what? They went with that side because that side is paying them. So unfortunately, this is what's going on. you know. Anyways, telling you guys so we're all on the same page. You're updated. Thank you, AZ Born. Anywho, okay, Kamran, I'm blocking your ass. No disrespect here. Block. And you who like the comment, I'm blocking your ass too. Bye bye. There it goes. Okay. Anyone that wants to try me and be rude, I'm blocking you. you know, no ifs and buts and da da da. Block and bye bye. And if you join in on some kind of bullying or something, I'm blocking you too. So, um, yep. So the politicians are like really like the politicians are just little puppets, right? There's some that are good and actually want a difference, but the what's the name? The really bad people are the nonprofits. The nonprofits are really bad. Like they're getting direct money from these people. Obviously, the politicians, some of them are really bad too. But in my case, like the nonprofits are even paying the politicians. From the money that they're getting from the top people. You know. Captions closed. Do I have captions here? I don't know. I'm gonna get offline anyways. I don't have captions here. How do I do captions, you guys? Do you know that? I think you have to turn on my captions. People that come on someone's platform to be disrespectful must have mental issues. Yes, I agree. 125%. Like, and especially like you're a grown ass man, you're going on a woman's page on her live to talk smack, like, and be rude and disrespectful. Like, what is that? Um, so what's the number one thing you need to be successful in your cause? Honestly, like, these platforms, they're all getting funded. Like, I mean, these what do you call it, platforms too? But the NGOs, they're getting funded like crazy. So my main thing is I want to pass the Protect Act, so I need to do that, and I'm doing that. Like every day, I'm talking to new people, new senators, and even people in other countries. Um, but my number one thing is that I don't have funding for my nonprofit. One, because everyone thinks I have like shit ton of money because I have followers, which is not true. I spend my savings on this, and it's just been like a bottomless pit. I spent over like 400,000 of my savings on this because I really want to help people because it happened to me, right? And I wanted to create like this nonprofit that had everything that I wish I had when it happened to me. So I did it. But unfortunately, these big nonprofits, they want to kind of drain you. They want to create this horrible experience for you to get drained. You like lose motivation, passion, like they want to ice you out. They're going out of their ways to sabotage you, to smear campaign you, whatever, right? So right now, for instance, my nonprofit foundation Raw, we took down 200,000 non-consensual images and videos, and this is with no funding. No fun. This is just me pulling strings, trying to get connections in the right places and all of that kind of stuff. And obviously I put some money, but now it's like, um now it's just kind of rolling by itself. And but imagine if there was funding. Like, come on. I mean, I already moved mountains with no funding, no support, no help, just me by myself doing everything. So I did a lot, and I'm proud of myself for that. But like, imagine if I had the support. Imagine if I had the help. Imagine if I had the funding. I mean, it would be game over for all these people. Um, Yeah, exactly, AZ Born. And then what's even more sickening, like the Take It Down Act, there's like this mom. She had her daughter that went through like this trauma, right? By AI generated non consensual stuff, right? So, like, I get it. Like, if she wants to share her story, here and there, whatever. But like, this chick literally been exploiting her child and taking her, like flying her to literally every testimony, every press media thing, even to other countries to get into these like fancy events, fancy places, Time 100, going to red carpets here, going to red carpets there, going to White House, schmoozing around in the White House parties, like with her child, right? And really the mom is like exploiting her daughter's trauma to get into these elite places with these people, and it's really sickening. Like I was trying to like put a like description to it when I was thinking about it, and it just gave me like this icky feeling. And the more I thought about it, I was like, no, she's like exploiting her own child just to get into these places, and it's sick. Like, it's really sick because think about it. She claims to protect children, right? But the number one child, the one in her house, the one that is her child, she's exploiting. Like, make it make sense, you know? So how do you even listen to someone like that? Like, if you just put it on paper, if somebody explains all this stuff to you, and like me, I'm showing everyone now, like, look, this is what's going on. So wake up. Like, They're pretending like they're these philanthropy activists, advocates, blah blah blah, but they only show up when there's some kind of press media, when there's some kind of, you know, fame or some kind of elite something in it for them. They don't do it out of the goodness of their heart. They're pretending like they are, but why do they only show up when it's that? Like, why aren't they meeting with the senators? Why do they need a big press and fake stages to like make it look like they're doing all this shit? Like, I've been doing all of this stuff from this room on like Zoom calls and shit, you know? And look how much progress I made just from making calls from literally Zoom. And like, I barely even go to these places to like do it. It's like, you don't need to go to all these places. They only do it to create this big event, like they're doing this big press media thing. Everybody looks cool, but they're doing it like, to take it down is like literally the bill does nothing. It's a bullshit bill from bullshit people that don't give two fucks, because if they would have given a fuck, they would have supported the Protect Act. The Protect Act is like the perfect solution. Why would you want the content to be uploaded in the first place, right? Um, what we need is for it to be blocked so it never gets uploaded at all, right? So, what it would do would be to verify age and consent of only the uploaders. So, anyone that uploads, make sure, like, oh, this person is doing this consensually. And even for people that are watching, now you know, like, okay, these are people that want to do this stuff, and you're not gonna come across some weird shit, and then all of a sudden now you're watching weird shit that you didn't even know you were watching, right? So it's just common sense. I mean, come on, like, who wants to sit there and watch something that nobody wanted out there, anyways, right? It's just weird. So, anyways, so it's just common sense, age verification, consent. That's it. And they already, all of these platforms, they already have this system in place. But the problem is that they're, not implementing it because they're not being legally forced to, right? So that's what's going on with the cause. And these fake nonprofits with their fake events, with the stupid take it down, like, and all of that. And I don't think Melania Trump necessarily knows like that this is the shady shit that's going on behind the scenes, maybe. Um, but for sure, like, they're just putting on a show. This whole thing was just for press media, and then, like, okay, you got the press and media, but let's read the bill and let's see what the bill does. Oh, all it tells is that you can take it down. Literally, the bill is named Take It Down. We can already take this shit down. Why don't we stop, block people from uploading it in the first place? And why do they only support bills that, you know, lets people cause trauma and the damage, and then they come in after the damage is done when it's almost impossible? Let's say even if they have this take it down bill, it's still going to be so hard to take this shit down, even though there is a bill, you know? So, why would you want someone to go through all of that trauma and the headaches of getting stuff taken down when we can already block it in the first place? You know? Um, yeah, exactly. Exactly, AZ born. It's just for a big show. And then they pretend like, and even like there's people that are like, oh, let's take down this one site, right? Okay, let's take down that one site. But what about all of the other sites? So why are you not supporting the bill that you're supposedly fighting this cause for? And it's all because they're all getting paid from the same person or the same people. The same people are paying everybody to not have any actual solutions. And all they're doing is just pretending. Everybody's just pretending to do this great, amazing work, and everybody's a hero, Oh, we did this, you guys. And then another thing that I noticed, all these nonprofits, they always take credit for stuff that they haven't even done, like um, they're just taking credit for like random shit, like something about Andrew Tate or like something about Epstein or something, right? And they're always like, "Oh, we did it, you guys. We did this," or they post an article about it, try to align with some other cause that they haven't even done anything for. And I find that kind of strange, you know. Nate, what's up? And like I had people say, "Oh, we don't want to support the Protect Act because it's not bipartisan, right?" But I had to introduce in Democratic states and Republican states. So what's the excuse now? So I would literally be like, "Okay, now it's introduced in both, Democratic states and Republican states. So can you support it now?" Oh no, like, oh, but you say that you're for this cause. It's kind of strange. And then especially because I showed these people proof of how corrupt certain people are in this whole movement. And like, especially these people that I'm talking about, they get a lot of funding. So they're completely like, no matter how good they look online and no matter how believable these people are, they still made the choice of choosing the wrong people to align with. And in the end, all that shit is gonna matter. I think God sees everything and he's gonna remember that shit. Like you pretended like you worked for someone, and it's all it is like controlled opposition. They make it look like this person is going after this person or that group of people or that, and all it is just controlled opposition. They're paying everyone, you know? I could have went the easy route and just taken the money, taken my little press and stuff, but I already have press. Like I have press. I had the good parts of press. I have bad parts of press. I had like fame. You know, I had it all before I even got into this whole movement of like trying to protect people online. Um, but the messed up part is like these people really like they sell their souls over some press and some articles and some interviews and like to get like a testimonial at like DC with it look cool, for like 5 minutes. Like it makes no sense. Like make it make sense. If you're really for the cause, why do you need to put on a show? You know? I don't know, just my opinion. They only show up then too. They don't show up in other times. Like, you know, people are posting on social media. They're posting on social media. They make it look like they're such activists. They're going on these meetings, going on stages, got books going, got all of this stuff. And then you're like, okay, great. You're supporting this cause. Why don't you support the Protect Act? Oh, no, I can't do that. Make it make sense, you know? And then they all say it's like teamwork, but nobody supports you. Like they only support the people that have the same agenda as them. And it's basically to keep the corruption going, basically. So the only people that get support is that. And then they go out of their way to isolate you to make you feel like you're just alone in this game, and they try to do that with me. But the thing is, I'm like, I always been alone. I'm the only child. I'm used to it. So, and I'm always used to people like uh, getting jealous, envious, or try to like backstab me and stuff. So I know how to protect my energy. So I'm like, all right, okay, they're trying to isolate me here too. All right, I get it. I got God. I'm good. God on my side. I don't need anybody else. When you got God, you got the whole spiritual team and warriors, the angels. They messed up. They messed up. Yeah, God did. That's for sure. Yeah, and the thing is too, you gotta remember, like if they did that stuff to Jesus, and he was like the ultimate of ultimate goods, of good people, they're gonna do it to anyone that's good. They only do this shit to good people too. They don't do it to like, you know, and then they flip the narrative. They make the good people look bad, and then they make the bad people look good. You know. So far, I've been like an adult person, like on those websites. Apparently, according to other people, I've been like one of those people with the turbans that fly into places. I've been like, uh, I've been literally everything. You name it. They call me every name in the book so far. It's almost funny. Yeah, exactly. He didn't deserve any of that. And like, look, he all he did was help people and try to guide people the right way. But you know what I thought about? Like, people always think like, well, they did all that stuff to Jesus, right? Like, so it's almost like the bad got away with it. But no, they didn't, because Jesus would always be remembered as the good one, and his legacy lives on for thousands and thousands of years. And let's be real, like the spirit lives on, right? So his spirit is good. But you know who was always remembered as the bad one? Judas. Like that betraying ass motherfucker. Everybody knows that motherfucker is like betrayed him. He's going down in all eternity as someone who betrayed Jesus, right? So always remember that. You guys think you're betraying someone? No, it's gonna go down in history. People in the spirit world, they see that shit, it's not gonna fly, you know? And even people, if you think they're getting away with being bad, it always comes back, you know? So I thought about it today actually. I was like, you know what? Judas went down in all history, like as someone who betrayed. And the same people that are bullshitting with this cause, that are pretending to be good, and they're just betraying everyone. They're betraying the victims, the children, the women. They're pretending to work. How disgusting can you be, That, like, those people, they're gonna go down. Like, and what's so crazy right now, all of these nonprofits, they're getting exposed. So it's just a matter of time before their funding gets cut off. Once their funding gets cut off, all of this shit is gonna come crumbling down. So yeah, there's a bunch of Judases in DC, and all the nonprofits, like all these nonprofits. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I looked the other day, it was like one nonprofit that I know for sure is shady. They said they got $5 million, right? And then they used 5,200,000 in expenses. So like they can write off and try to even actually get money back from the government, right? So they do shit like that. It's just trippy. And then they don't want to show people where they're getting their funding from, because they know they're getting their funding from some shady ass people. Like we already know that. And then just recently, their CEO just stepped down. So right before the whole USAID thing happened. So I don't know, something shady. Like I knew they were shady, but they're about to expose them. Some truths are gonna come out with them pretty soon. Um, I don't know. I don't know, AZ born, but I think that it's all gonna come out. Hi, Omanes. I'm gonna go on Snapchat now, you guys. I've been on here for, oh my god, almost 2 hours. Holy shit. I have to go on Snapchat, you guys. It's like 10 o'clock. All right, I'm gonna go on Snapchat. Make sure you add me Snap Udos, and you can check out my outfit there and all that kind of stuff. I'll be talking, taking pictures, videos there too. And then also, before I forget, make sure you go to the link on YouTube. It's right here, in the comment section, and then on Instagram and TikTok, it's on the link in my bio. And fill out your email and your phone number so I can contact you guys directly. So, all right, I'm gonna go now. Bye bye, you guys. And boom. Let's see. It's not going off. All right, bye bye, everybody.